I met a man on a train. He told me I don't belong, and if it were left up to him, I wouldn't be in this country, along with all others like me, to which I responded, well, luckily, it's not up to you. Your proposed immigration policy is nothing more than misguided fear bottled up and designed to provoke violence with not a whisper of decency, all that yelling, and I still couldn't hear your voice. It must have been baited by the barely audible yet sharp cry of your vulnerability, eyes bloodshot with counterfeit anger, forged and signed by Islamophobic propaganda, but with another pair of eyes, I can begin to decode the true currency that is your mongered fear. I want to make this very clear. Islamophobia is a money-making industry. Where the politicians are the cashiers and the media is esoteric social engineers. A manufactured system of miseducation, craftily cutting the corners to your subconscious, taking the wheel of your thoughts and branding them as yours. Tell me, how does it feel to know you've been brainwashed? Wait, never mind. You see, I would ask a penny for your thoughts, but the way your intellectual bankruptcy is set up, I'm afraid I'll overdraft you. Look past the picture and see the image. You're not the one deciding. You're simply complying, staying warm in your blanket of indifference, a glutton for the dehumanization of a group of people neatly framed, packaged, and sold to you as entertainment. But whoa. I mean, come on. It's not that serious. We all know homeland isn't really real, and besides, there's no way all Muslims are a part of some big conspiracy to slowly take over the world and forcefully demand that everyone follow Sharia law or die, right? No, but seriously? This perpetuated idea that Islam somehow desires to harm non-Muslims in any capacity is a far cry from the very teachings of the Quran. So yes, you can stop your hypervigilant surveillance on your Muslim neighbor, that coworker, and the cable man. Plot twist, they're actually not out to get you. When Adolf Hitler was said to believe his actions towards the Jews to be, quote, the Lord's work, he's not really Christian, though. How about when the Israelis declare nothing short of genocide on the Palestinian people? It's only politics, right? It's only politics, right? But when it's the other way around, the Palestinians become the barbaric terrorists. Notice I didn't say Muslim. Why bother when the word is already synonymous enough? We tend to overlook and otherize the extremists in our own factions because it's really only a fraction, but if someone who looks like me ends up on the news, we lack the same compassion, blaming the entire faction for the minority fraction. It's true that any religious text can be taken out of context, but last I checked, reading between the lines implied reading more than one line, telling me that all my people are somehow senselessly out to kill all of your people is as senseless as believing politicians don't lie or all police officers are colorblind. Of course Black lives matter, all lives matter, as senseless as believing anyone who doesn't subscribe to the most grotesque, distorted interpretations of their faith is simply superficial. Or you're not really Christian, not really Jewish, not really Buddhist, not truly Muslim. Sometimes words like sticks and stones are meant to hurt exactly the way they were intended to, so pardon as I go in on you. I'm only saving you from the stage 5 cancer that started in your brain and made its way to your soul. They say the fish rots from the head. It seems this head has made you forget that we are all branches of the same tree, so if you set fire to one side, you set fire to the whole thing. By and large, you insult me, you insult us, which is them, which is you. These propagators of hate on both sides, driven by the skillfully balanced combination of greed and politics, seek nothing but to divide us, so dear victims of propaganda. I have no magical solution to end all violence. And I know deep down you're really only frightened, but so am I. So are we.